Hello friends, and welcome to Escaping the Mouse with your host, me, Breck Roll. Alright, it's the third day of my 4-day weekend, and I think what I'm going to do today is I'm going to continue putting pictures of stuff on the walls. I want to hang those shelves so I can get the clock and the beer steins up. And I also have a few more just pieces of artwork I want to hang on the wall. I also have another idea I want to talk to you about our next painting project, and we'll get into that a little later. But first thing, I got to go to Home Depot and get some screws, so let's go check that out. Now, one of the things I want to look at while we're at Home Depot is some new lighting in this place. This thing's here, this is in kind of the living room area, and I'm just not really a fan of the fixture. It doesn't throw very much light, and you know, it isn't really kind of my style, so I don't know if I'm going to actually buy anything, but I want to look at some stuff today and consider other options for this. I also kind of want to look at the lighting in the hall here. This hall is pretty dark, and all we have for lighting is this one and this one here. And, you know, I don't know, it's just kind of, I think, dark and dreary in here. That is one of the few complaints I have about this place is I wish there were more windows. It's really, really dark. Now, part of the problem, you know, I get a lot of light coming in here from the cat's room because that door is always open. It's really bright in here. But I generally keep the master bedroom door closed because I want to keep the cats out. And right now I'm keeping this door here. This is a guest bedroom because this is still closed because basically this is just storage right now. And if the cats get in here, you'll lose them and you'll never find them again. So I've been kind of keeping this door closed also. Now that may get better, you know, when I keep this door open and get it fully assembled and all that. But like I said, I want to still consider other lighting options, you know, at least in these two areas, because I'm not really a fan of either of them. Now it might just be, in this case, it might just be a matter of replacing it with a different kind of bulb. Looks like there's actually maybe a bulb burned out on that one, but maybe if I get like some higher wattage LED bulbs with more of a bright white rather than a soft white color, maybe that'd be the way to go. But like I said, I want to explore that, and that's one of the things we're going to look at today at Home Depot. Well, Home Depot has all sorts of options here for lights, but I got to admit I'm not really seeing anything that floats my boat right now. So this may just be something I'll have to work on. Might just be an ongoing project for a while. I'll probably just fix the problem temporarily by putting a brighter bulb in it. I think it's got soft white bulbs, and I kind of like the bright white bulbs. They tend to throw a lot more light, so that may be all that's necessary. But like I said, I'm not really a fond of that fixture, at least not the one in the living room. I'm also going to do some outdoor low voltage lighting both in the front and the backyard. It'll allow me to provide the light that I want out there without being overwhelming. I do like the fact that it's really, really dark at night, and I don't want to ruin that by over-lighting things, but it would be nice to have some pathway lights or something so that you can see outside in the dark at night. So I was just about to install some posters here over the kind of the entry into the kitchen. I discovered something kind of interesting here. This red line here, that's my laser level. That is level. Look at how much of a difference there is between the ceiling on this side versus over on this side. Now I was trying to figure out what's going on here, and I measured the distance between here and here, and it's consistent side to side. It's about 14 inches. I even measured the distance between the underside here and the floor, and it's the same. It's 82 inches, which is really weird. Then I measured the floor. The floor actually here is not level. Now that I look at it, I mean, you can kind of see maybe there's a little bit of a slope from the roof here, but it's really odd that they've gone to such great lengths to cover up the fact that there's like 2 to almost 3 inches difference from this side of that to that side of that. So this is going to be a little bit of a challenge to make this look good because I'm going to have to hang pictures that are slightly out of level to get them to actually look right on there. So I don't know, that's weird. Well, I got them hung, and I don't know, I'm just going to have to live with that because you look at them right now, according to the bubble level, all of those posters are perfectly level. But you look, you know, they all look like they're tipping to the left a little bit just because of the way the ceiling is. And yet when I shift it so it looks good with the ceiling, then it looks like they're at different heights on the wall. So I don't know, I guess I'm just going to have to kind of live with it the way it is. But that's where those are going, and let's move on to the next project. I've just never seen anything in a house that's out of plumb like that. All right, so I got the shelves up, got some of the spaces filled in. I have this little box that I made a number of years ago that I keep like pillows and blankets and stuff like that in there, and that's kind of when I'm having guests over, then they can come over and, you know, have some pillows or throw pillows and stuff like that. The beer steins, I've got those up and into place right now. You may recall a couple years ago, Jordan and I went to Oktoberfest in Huntington Beach, and we each brought one of these authentic German mugs with us, and had a good time doing it. And I got the clock up on the wall. I actually had to make the shelf with the steins on it a couple inches lower than the clock, just because the steins were touching the ceiling. I couldn't actually get them onto the shelf if they were at that height. So, you know what, hopefully no one will know. It kind of fills in the space behind the desk. But ultimately, like I said, this desk is going to probably ultimately go into that corner. So, you know, we'll put some more stuff on the wall behind there at some point. All right, and I think the next painting project I'm going to do is going to be this guest bathroom here. And I kind of teased a little bit on the live stream about something that I was thinking about doing with this one. And I think we're going to start this process now. I am going to paint this, and I am actually going to solicit the help of you, my viewers, to help me pick a color for this. So what I'm asking you to do is, you know, just look at the colors that you see here and try and, you know, maybe go to a Home Depot or a Lowe's or someplace and see if you can find a color or a color scheme for me. Now I am going to leave the ceiling white. I'm going to repaint it that ultra white that I use. And I'm open to doing the trim the same white, but I'm also open to doing the trim a different color. So if you have a mindset for this, and you can kind of see the colors, it's kind of a yellow color right now. It doesn't really matter. I don't want to follow that exactly, but you can see what we have for the colors in here. The stonework, we're kind of set on that, so you'll have to look at that. I put a shower curtain in here, but don't be influenced too much by that or any of the towels that are in here. Basically, all you have to consider is the color of the stone on the in the bathtub there, the color of the stone on the kitchen or on the counter here, and I'm kind of showing you that so you can kind of see what we're looking at, and then the color of the floor. So if you have an idea, you know, send me what I'd like you to do is right now I have access to Sherwin-Williams brand paint, Glidden paint, and Behr paint. So Behr is usually covered by Home Depot, as is Glidden. So you can find color chips there. And I believe Sherwin-Williams is handled by Lowe's. But you can go to any of those companies, anyone that has, you know, any store that has those particular brands, and find one or two colors. Either one for the trim and baseboards down on the ground, and then a second color for the primary color on the walls. Send me photographs of the paint chip, and so I can read what the number is. You know, if it's multiple colors on a card like this, you know, circle the one that you want so I can once again read the number, and then duplicate the color. And what will happen is I will take all of the ones that are submitted, and I will pick 4 or 5 of them that I like, and then I'll put it up to a vote, and I will let you guys pick the color that goes in this room. Somebody was joking that they were going to submit pink. Just spoiler alert, pink will not be the color in this room. I'm looking for something that's going to be nice and warm and inviting for both men and women, because this is going to be basically the bathroom that anyone who visits me, whether they're staying here or just visiting, you know, hanging out for a little while, this is going to be the bathroom that they're going to use. So want it to be inviting for everyone. I don't want to go really too wild on the colors here. I'm going to probably go at least, you know, a low gloss or even maybe high gloss. I've been known to go high gloss in bathrooms. It just kind of lightens things up a little bit. So what I'd like you to do is, if you have an idea, go to Home Depot, look at these colors, and go to Home Depot or go to Lowe's or someplace that has any of those brands of paint, and pick out paint chips and email them to me at escapingthemouse@gmail.com, and just attach the pictures of the paint chips and tell me which one's your primary and which one's your secondary color, so that I know. And then I'll look at it in the room, and like I said, I'll pick 4 or 5 of them that I could live with, and we'll put it up to a vote, and you guys will choose. So let's go about a week. I think this video is going up on Saturday. So when you have, once you see this, get it figured out in a week, email it to me, and I will announce my finalists 1 week later. So I think that is all that I have for today. Thank you as always for watching, and I will see you next time on Escaping the Mouse. Good night.